Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. So we are gonna do another video of new makeup. There is some lip products that I am going to show you guys today, which you'll see why at the end of the video I want to use these. So yeah, we got some new makeup from Sephora, and when I say new makeup, it's new makeup. For me, it's new. However, these are like some OG items that I haven't used in so long. So yeah, if you like this video while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that notification button. Subscribe if you already haven't. Do all the things, and let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so I just watched, well, I was scrolling through Instagram and saw a TikTok that Carly Pierce uploaded like a while ago. This is not a new video, and basically what she was doing was doing her like makeup that she does before she goes on stage, and it made me want to go shopping because in this video she used two OG items, and one of these items used to be one of my favorite makeup items of all time, which is the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 setting spray. Like, this was my setting spray before the Urban Decay All Nighter got really big. Yeah, the way that this sprays, the scent, everything is just so good. And because I picked this up, she also used this in her video, and I've actually never used this primer. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to grab this today too. So we're going to use both of these. And then, of course, we have a new foundation. This is the Tir Tir Korean foundation from Amazon that everybody is going crazy for. Today does start Amazon Prime Day. It is from the 16th and the 17th of July. So hopefully this foundation, if this is something that you guys might be interested in, you can get it on sale. But yeah, hopefully I can get the video up in time. I can't make any promises because I do have an appointment today to take my little baby to the vet. So yeah, even if you guys don't get it like on the sale, I want to say this is only like 20 something bucks. But yeah, we're gonna play with some new foundation. It's been so long since I've used a cushion foundation. And I think I told you all in one of the other recent videos that I did that I've been like really getting into like lip products and stuff here recently. So I do have some new lip liner to try. This is also Too Faced. This is an 8-hour plumping extreme lip shaper. And then I also grabbed the Vanish foundation brush from Hourglass. I have been wanting this brush ever since it came out, but I have like an obsession with brushes, which, yeah, hello, my name's Jessica and I have a problem. But I always see Ali Glams use this brush in her video, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it because it just looks that amazing. So yeah, we are gonna use all this stuff today, so let's get into the makeup look. So we are gonna start out doing the complexion today, and I will be using the Too Faced Hangover RX. This is their replenishing face primer. This is a silicone-free primer. Whenever you take the cap off, it does have like a little pump, and then the bottom is just like the plastic like squeeze tubes. I expected this to be like a clear primer, which I don't know why because it said it was silicone free, but there's what she looks like. Okay, this smells so good, and I cannot remember what this foundation was as far as it being like a matte or a satin finish. So yeah, maybe I tried to or should have tried to look at that before I used this primer. Wish they would come out with this primer in like an SPF, because I think this would be so great, because this would be going in my beach bag this summer. So Too Faced, come out with this in an SPF version, thank you. So the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Tir Tir. This is their Max Fit Red Cushion Foundation, and I got the shade 17C Porcelain. This is the #1 like most selling, I think, cushion foundations in Korea. So whenever you open it, it comes with this little sponge applicator, which we might try that on part of the face today, but I'm just super partial to a brush. It does have this nice, it is a good size mirror. And then when you open it, here is the actual product itself. Now, back in the day, like before I really got into makeup, I used to use, I think it was the Maybelline like cushion foundation that came in like a little pod that had like the glass bottom and the plastic top. That was actually like my favorite foundation, and I would actually use it with that little sponge that came in the actual package itself, and it was such a good like cushion foundation. But you know, that was back when nobody was wearing their true you know, what color they should be wearing foundation, so it was always just a little too dark for me. To apply this foundation, I'm going to use the little sponge that it came with on one side of the face, and then I am going to use a foundation brush on the other side of the face, because I really would like to see how they apply, and if they apply different, if one gives more coverage, etc. I'm going to use the Haley's Beauty foundation brush, and I'm just going to apply this on the right side of the face. I'm going to dip my finger in this, just one little dip. Okay, yeah, that definitely brought a lot of foundation. I'm just going to put this here, and I did actually purchase 2 shades of this and ended up sending the other one back, so I think this one should be okay once everything else is on, because I'm still on the hunt for that good tanner shade foundation for me, and I just haven't found it yet. It doesn't really have a scent, which I love. Yeah, I think once this is actually like buffed out and then mixed with my other face products, I think this is going to be a perfect shade match for me. Try not to lighten my hair in the process. Which, speaking of hair, my hair is still not done yet. It's just not quite the color like brown that I'm wanting right now. It does have like a 3NA in it, which is an ash tone, and I hate that in the sun it gives you that green hue. So yeah, we're gonna go a little bit darker, and I'm trying not to go full black again because I really do enjoy having the brown, and if I ever do want to go light again, it's always easier to get brown out instead of just straight black. Alright, so there is that blended out on the right side of the face. So far, this is not giving me full coverage. You can still see my freckles over here, but it actually does just make it look like my skin, but better. It is not super greasy, as you all can see. There's really no shine to it, which right now, the way that this looks is like my perfect, the perfect way that I like my foundation to look on my skin. I am getting a little bit of a scent to it, but it's not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my finger in there again, and I'm just going to apply some in this area right here to see if we can build this up a little bit. And I did not press as hard on it this time. And I'm going to actually try to buff this out in like stippling motions rather than swipes, because typically you can get more coverage if you apply your foundation that way. And okay, it does look like it is providing maybe a little bit more coverage, but this is not giving me a full coverage effect. This comes in 30 shades, which is crazy and amazing. Right now you can get it for $17.50. It's a lightweight buildable coverage semi-matte finish. So I would definitely agree with that claim. This does kind of look that as I've been sitting here, it has gotten a little bit darker, so I do think that this oxidized just a tad bit. However, if you look at the right side versus the left side, I mean, this is beautiful, but doesn't look super makeup-y. So yeah, we are going to try this on the left side now with the applicator that it came with, just to see how this applies it, if it applies it any differently. It does come with this little band to put around your fingers. So I'm going to push down into the product. There's what that looks like. And we're just going to start blending this out. I do feel like that this definitely picked up way more product than it looked like on here. And it's also applying a more full coverage versus this side over here. And wow, like I feel like I just keep using this and more like foundation is just coming off. You can see right now the difference in this side versus this side, and I think this side looks so much more beautiful. I will say, I'm going to zoom y'all in just for a little bit. You can definitely tell over here that this is not sitting on my pores very well. So I would say if you are going to use this to apply the foundation, I would definitely use a pore filling primer. Since I like the way this looks better with the brush, I'm going to take that Haley's foundation brush, and I'm not going to dip into any more product, but I am going to kind of just buff this out a little bit to get kind of the same finish that I have on the other side of the face. That is much better, but I wanted to show you the difference between this side just sitting down versus this side, and this side in real life does look a little bit darker than this side. This does seem to dry down pretty quickly too, so I would take that into consideration when you are trying to figure out how you want to apply this foundation. So just right off the bat, me dipping my finger into the cushion and then putting little dots on the face and blending that out would be the way that I would choose to apply this foundation. It doesn't really feel super tacky or wet. I really don't feel like this needs to be set. So we're just going to move on to concealer now. I don't have a new concealer, so I'm actually going to use the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer. This is in the shade Fair 10N. This is like one of my go-to concealers right now, and I mean it's nothing fancy. I'm using the N16 brush from BK Beauty for the concealer. The A506 from BK is actually on sale right now for Prime Day, so if you all have been looking into getting any brushes from BK, definitely check those out. I don't have a new setting powder, so I'm just going to go in with the Laura Mercier, and this is their translucent setting powder, and I'm going to use the BK N14 to set that concealer. And then I'm just going to drag that little bit of powder over the eyes. I have a couple of fluffy brushes like this that I use around the eyes, but this is just my favorite. I don't know if it's because of how sleek it is, but I'm obsessed with this brush. And then I'm actually going to take some of that powder and I'm going to set right here on the sides of the nose and right here on the tip of the nose, because that is where I tend to lose my foundation first. And I'm just gonna brush this down into those smile lines. This Laura Mercier powder is such a beautiful powder, and it took me so long to get on board with this because I felt like it was just one that like all the YouTubers were using. And I'm like, really? Like, is there that many people that love this? I did get a new palette that I want to use today, and it is the Wet n Wild Always Naked palette. This is a palette that I was recommended by Juicy Jazz. She has talked about this palette for so long, and it is a nice drugstore palette. I did get this at Walgreens. It was $8 and you get 16 shades in here. You get quite a few mattes, you get some shimmers. I just think this is a great drugstore palette. I'm going to pop into this shade right here to put all over the eyelid. This is extremely powdery. Wow, yeah, there's a lot of powder. Recommendation, when you tap into this, definitely tap your brush off. It has been a really long time, I think, since I've actually bought just a normal like Wet n Wild palette. I did get the Scooby-Doo palette for obvious reasons, but typically for neutral eyeshadows like this, I typically don't go to the drugstore, and I don't know why, because the drugstore has been so great like with their makeup these days. I don't feel like companies are actually coming out with new eyeshadows, so maybe that's why I just don't tend to gravitate for drugstore eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna pop into this color right here, and I am going to focus this more right in the crease. And I am using still a fluffy brush, but it's just a little bit denser than the last brush that I was using, mainly because I want to focus this into a specific area. Wow, okay, that blended out very nice. I actually recommended this palette to my mother-in-law because she's very into the brown tones. She's not really into glitters either, but for $8, this, you just can't beat this palette, even if you bought it just for the mattes. I'm going to take an even smaller fluffy brush, and I think I want to go into this like chocolate shade right here. And this is a super dark brown. Wow. And I'm just going to put this on the corner of the eyelid, and then I'm going to drag that into the crease just a little bit. This color is beautiful. Wow, like that couldn't have went on any nicer. I do have some fallout right here, which we will fix. And I'm going to do the same thing to this other eye. Yeah, this just blends out so nicely. This honestly really, like as far as quality and the way this is blending out, I would almost say that if you are looking to get like a Patrick Ta or a Mario palette and you want one of the neutrals, save your money and go by the Wet n Wild. Alright, so that is all that I'm going to do on the eyes right now. Wow, those colors blended so good. There is a little bit of fallout right here, which I'm going to take just a fluffy brush Brush that off there. And it actually did leave a little bit of a brown tone right there, I guess because it did sit there for a little bit, but I think by the time I get my blush and everything on, I think we'll be okay. I would recommend if you're using this and you do end up getting fallout, I would definitely brush that off as quick as you can. And I totally just forgot that I wanted to use one of these shimmers on the eye. This shade right here is like really calling my name. So let's swatch that. This looks like straight up glitter. Okay, yeah. That is definitely a hard glitter. This, I will not be using this. This is definitely not the type of glitters that I like to use. There is glitter getting everywhere right now. Can you guys see that? No, I don't think so, but... Oh, there you go. Grab one of my Neutrogena makeup wipes here. Okay, so instead of going into that glitter shade, I might just try this shade right here. It does have a little bit of a sparkle to it. I am going to use more of a dense packing brush for this. I'm going to use the BK209. It's just a short like packer brush. And I'm going to apply this to the lid. Okay, I'm thinking that this is going to be one of these shades that are probably going to have to be applied with the finger. But before we try that, we're going to try the trick with the setting spray. So if you have a shade that is not going on as bold as you like, you can always use whatever setting spray that you're going to be using for the day. And what you want to do is you want to take the brush, grab that color that you're wanting, then you're going to spray the brush, and then you're going to pack that shade on the lid. Yes, okay, that did it. Now, this isn't like a super bam in your face shade. It's really just kind of a bronzy brown. It's actually really, really beautiful. I will say with this shimmer shade, it is taken a little bit to get that color packed on there. I mean, they are definitely not a Natasha Denona type shimmer, but for $8, this is such a great palette, and the color story is actually really beautiful. I feel like even if you are more into the cool tone browns, I feel like there are a lot of shades in here that will still be able to work with you, and I actually really love this pop of green in here, and we will be digging into that. Alright, so I got that shimmer on both of the lids. Now we are going to go in to the lower lash line. Now, like I just said, I wanted to pop into that like army green color because I think it is going to look so good with this brown for a little bit of pop of color. This is the BK204, and this is even like a shorter, more dense packing brush. And I think this is going to be great just to apply that shade right under that lower lash line. It's kind of hard to tell in person that it's that army green shade. I will say though, just the two dips gave me all of the pigment that I needed for that. So I think as far as the eyeshadow goes, I think we're done. This was a really super quick, simple eye look, and it really did not take a whole lot of work to get it blended out. So yeah, definitely this palette is a win for me. They also have, I think it's called Always Blushing. It's more of like a berry tone palette, so I might be grabbing her too because I love this one so much. Now my face feels that it's set down pretty good. I definitely don't feel like I need any other powders anywhere. Both of the complexion products that I'm going to be using are a more cream product. For contour slash bronzer today. We're going to go in with the NYX Wonder Stick, and this is in the shade Fair. This actually comes with like a highlighter shade on one end, and then the contour shade on the other. I don't know how this blends out, so I'm going to start off very light-handed. And to blend this out, I'm going to be using my Rephr 05 brush today. We're going to start at the forehead. Okay, wow. This is like a very nice gray tone. Okay, I can't get those spots right here to blend out at all. So I'm going to go in with a more dense brush, and this is the BK 101. Okay, that definitely blended it out better. To me, this does not blend out very easy. I do think it is a very hard formula. It almost feels like I'm picking up product, and I might not be. It just feels like because I'm blending this out so hard. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's lifted up any of the foundation, anything. But to me, this is not a product that I think I would probably use again, which is a shame because the undertones in this are very nice and neutral. It is very hard to find a nice cool tone contour, especially at the drugstore. So yeah, I'm kind of sad about this, but I'm going to try one more thing. I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to put that right on the brush. And I may have put too much, but we're going to see how this blends out, if it blends out any easier than applying it directly to the face. Okay, wow, okay. Maybe this was the trick. I never would have actually thought to use this brush as a bronzer or a contour until I saw Jessica Braun use it. Yeah, it was Jessica Braun. And I was like, wow, I never even thought about that. And now I understand why. Because of the way it just like lays on the face. It's like a bronzer perfection. Also, this blended out so nicely, putting it directly on the brush. So, okay. I think that is going to be the trick. So definitely going forward, yeah, I'm going to do that because that is actually really pretty. And I just love this brush. Like, I guess I need to stop though. I ended up buffing off all of my makeup. Alright, so I'm definitely going to continue using this and I will update you guys. So I just had to stop and place an order for something, and I will tell you what that is at the end of the video. For blush, I'm going to be using the new, it is the Morphe Euphoric Rush 3-in-1 Silk Blush, and this is in the shade Powdered. I saw these whenever I was checking out at Ulta, and I just thought these shades were so cool and like, well, don't do what I just did and stick your finger in it, but yeah, like look how neat that is in there, but you can see where I just kind of screwed it up. I do think this is supposed to be more of a balmy formula. So I think to apply this, I'm actually going to use the N17 and I'm going to use the light side of the brush to do this. First, I am going to apply it, I'm going to dip into the product and then apply it to the face. So I just hit it a couple times and that's what that looks like. I have a feeling this is going to be way more pigmented than I expected it to be. Okay, that is a beautiful blush. Now, before I go and blend this out, I'm going to take what's left on this brush And I'm gonna stamp that on the side just to kind of get some of that extra blush off there, because I do think the amount that I just used, I think is going to be plenty. Yeah, that is a beautiful like rosy pink, and that blended out so nicely. It does have a really soft glow to it, which is nice. I'm going to take just a little bit more onto the brush. I'm only going to tap in one time, and I'm going to add a little bit more to this side. I'm actually going to wipe some of that off onto a paper towel and then blend the rest of this out. Yeah, this is a beautiful blush. I would say out of like I only have like two balmy formulas. I have, of course, this Morphe, and then I have the About Face Blush Balm. But I do think, just right off the bat, I do prefer the Morphe over the About Face. That is so pretty. And I have been using the hell out of these BK Beauty Nikki LaRose brushes since I got them, and they are just fantastic. I'm still trying to learn like what each brush is supposed to be used for. When I was watching Nikki LaRose's video for this foundation, she actually used this brush to apply the foundation, but since I've not really used this for foundation yet, I really didn't want to try that just yet. But that will definitely be on my list to do, because I would love to see just how versatile these brushes are, especially having the two sides. I think it's so cool how she came up with this idea. Now that we're done with the complexion, we're going to go in and finish the eyes. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a Q-tip and kind of wipe off my brows. And there is just a little bit of makeup remover on these. And then I'm just going to make sure that I get all of the eyeshadow off my waterline. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High. And this is in the shade True Brown. I wanted to keep with the brown look today. I have used this before, and I do think that this is a really great mascara. I just really wish my lashes would come back and look the way they did before I lost them, because man, you just don't realize like the small things that you take for granted until they're not there. And my lashes are one of them. I've always had so many compliments on my lashes for as long as I can remember. And my husband has beautiful eyelashes too. Like, he's got some of the best eyelashes that I've ever seen on anyone, not just a man. Now, after that first layer has dried, I'm going to go in with a second layer. I don't know, like, I know there is a trend going around with the colored mascaras, but I never realized how much I actually loved brown mascara. And yeah, I just think it is so great. There is another mascara that has like a burgundy color for one of the shades. I just saw it in one of Kathleen Light's videos that she did, and I need to remember what that is because I really want that burgundy mascara. I think that would be like so beautiful with like a pink eye look. Oh yeah, chef's kiss. For the eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Sephora 12-hour eyeliner, and this is in the shade Tiramisu. This is one of my favorite, not just colors, but one of my favorite waterline eyeliner formulas of all time. I think these are such a great price. I will say though that it is best to kind of warm them up on the back of your hand, which I didn't do this time, and I can definitely tell a difference. I think we are done with the face, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray. This sprayer is one of the best setting mist sprayers of all time. And I never really noticed it until I watched Carly Pearce's videos, but whenever she was setting her face, she was talking about that she sprays her setting spray 9 times. And she was like, yes, 9 times. And I was like, people count their, like, how often they spray. Well, it just dawned on me that I do the same thing, but I spray 7 sprays. So has anybody else noticed that you do a certain amount of spray? Let me know down below. This complexion looks stunning today. Like, I'm extremely happy with everything, but now we are getting to my favorite part of the video, and it is the lips. So if you all don't know, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time is Allie Glams. She came out with a beauty company called Ravie Beauty, and she had these lip products called Effortless lips, and it took me the longest time to finally buy these because, as you all know, up until a little bit ago, I've just been not a lipstick girly. I just didn't wear it. And then I realized there was a certain type of lipstick that I liked, and it was usually a lipstick that had more of a satin, balmy finish. And I broke down. I ended up buying all 3 of the colors, which are Lily, Dahlia, and Tulip. So today, when I am filming this, it is July 16th, and she just released 3 new shades, which are Poppy, Peony, and Rose. That's what I just stopped to order whenever I told you guys I had to stop and place an order. So yeah, in light of that release being today, I am going to swatch all 3 of these for you guys so you all can see them. And then, of course, I am going to do a lip with one of them. First shade that I'm going to swatch is called Lily. Here is the packaging. It's like a really beautiful, sleek gray packaging. It says Ravie Beauty on the side. There is what the actual tube looks like. It's like a really beautiful gold. There is the shade Lily. They do have a light sweetness scent to them. I think they are amazing. This is the shade Tulip. This one is more of a darker pink, almost red tone. And last but not least, this is my favorite of the 3, and it is called Dahlia. This is definitely more of a muted mauve pink tone. And I think that is just so beautiful. Like, how pretty are these? You can see that shimmer. They definitely do have a satin balmy finish, and you can build them up to be as high pigment or as light as you want them to be, which was one of her things whenever she was making this formula. I think, to be honest with you, somebody who is not someone who is very big into lipstick, this is my lipstick. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better balmy hydrating finish than these lipsticks. And yes, I will definitely be showing you guys the 3 new ones. Each one is available individually for $22, or you can get all 3 in one set for $60, which saves you $6 versus buying them all individually. You can also get the complete set that also comes with like this really cute denim makeup bag, which you all can see here. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you all are in the market for some new lipsticks and you just want to try something new, highly recommend these. So once again, this is Lily, Tulip, and Dahlia. Now, you do not have to wear these with lip liners. I actually did make a suggestion to Ravie Beauty's Instagram that I would love for them to make corresponding lip liners to go with these, because I think it would just be a great like addition to her collection. But today I did get a new lip liner that I want to try, and it's the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shaper, and it says 8-hour plumping. This is in the shade Puffy Nude. Now, I have never used a actual lip liner that was supposed to be like a plumping lip liner, so this is definitely gonna be new for me. There is what the packaging looks like. Okay, so I kept trying to twist this. You actually have to physically push in, and you can see the actual crayon coming out. Now, I will say one thing that I don't like about this, and I don't know, it doesn't look like it's broken. It does have like a super flat edge. It doesn't really have a point, so I'm not really sure how I feel about that. So I'm going to swatch this on my hand. Okay, so there is what that looks like. It is definitely more brown tone than I expected that to be, and it does feel super creamy. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this makeup remover and clean the lips off. If I would have thought about it at the beginning of the video, I would have lip swatched all of the Ravie Beauty lipsticks for you, but I might do that in a separate video when the next 3 come out. So let me know if you'd actually want to see that. Okay, so I don't like that it doesn't have like a nice tip on it. Now, I don't know if these can be sharpened or not. Having my neck cramp. I did overline the lips just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to fill in the corners like I always do. Okay, so far I don't really feel any tingling sensation. There it comes. I think as you use this, the tip will kind of like work itself out. Okay, I can definitely feel the tingling. It's not too bad. I will say though, I haven't used a lot of brands' tingling products, but from the research that I've done, I have noticed that people seem to think that Too Faced has the most intense lip injection products, which is one of the reasons why I bought this. I did actually just buy the Lawless lip plumper balm in the scent Pink Marshmallow, and I have grown to love that. Like, I've just kept that in my purse for like a normal lip balm, and it has been so great. Wow. Okay, yeah, that is, they are tingling, folks. Wow. I'm actually really happy with that shade too. I feel like it is like a My Lips But Better shade. I was expecting it to be too brown, but I think that works perfect. So I'm excited to see what it looks like with Dahlia, because I really would love to find like my new favorite everyday lip combo. Now we're gonna go in with Dahlia. They smell so good. They're not like overpowering. I think it's just enough. Like, everything that Allie and Talon have done with this collection have just been amazing, and I cannot wait to see like how much she grows, because I think she has worked so hard, and it's really hard these days to find people who just really have an amazing soul, that love what you do and have things in common. So yeah, I'm super happy, and I cannot wait to see what she does in the future. Alright, so I just kind of wanted to show you all, this is just one swipe on the bottom and top. And I'm going to move you all in just a little bit, because I really want to show you how Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I really wanted to show you guys like how these really do build up. So this is with just one coat. And these really do truly feel like a balm. I love them. Alright, and there she is, built up while my lips are still tingling. Alright, so I think this is a really good combination. Alright, you guys, so that is it for today's look. I think we had a lot of wins today. Probably my biggest recommendation from this video is going to be this Wet n Wild palette. The foundation, I do feel like it has oxidized. I will continue to wear this though, because I do feel like this will be a great like summer foundation for me. Let's see, the primer, I'm going to continue to use this. The setting spray, you guys, I've told you, this is one of my favorite setting sprays of all time, and I'm so happy to have it back in my collection. The blush, absolutely love. Definitely if you were fair complected, the shade Pleasure, I think that would be such a good shade for you. And then of course the Ravie Beauty lipsticks. I am going to post all of the links down below for you guys. So yeah, I hope you liked today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye.